I'll give you 4 examples of risks I took to become holistically self-confident. After 20 years of counterproductive mental habits, I finally found the courage to start building the 5 most important aspects or pillars of my life: my health, career, finances, spiritual well-being, and my relationships. To get there, I took calculated risk on several levels. Number 1. After practicing nothing but music for 26 years, I took the risk of learning the scientific language and clinical skills of nursing. I accomplished this change by studying the thick books 7 to 9 hours a day while gradually eradicating the detrimental mindset history from my old career, basically the performance anxiety and limitless self-doubt. I already had the work ethic built in me from playing the violin 7 to 9 hours daily, but the clinical practice was what helped me reverse mental patterns that routinely hindered my personal growth. Number 2. Having seen the double standard of healthcare early on in my nursing career, I chose to deviate from the norm by not being a healthcare professional sicker than my patients. I also began prioritizing on teaching patients how to stop being lucrative commodities to the healthcare system. But to have credibility, I had to lead by example, so I adopted a whole foods, organic, plant-based diet, tripled my fitness efforts, and established a detox regimen. In other words, a lifestyle unassociated with the profitable chronic diseases plaguing America today. I'm talking about cardiovascular disease, cancer, and type 2 diabetes. What was the risk, you might ask? Well, not everybody was thrilled with my healthy lifestyle, especially when I refused to eat or drink things that I had given up and they had not. I still don't compromise my integrity by making the occasional exception here and there. This tends to upset some people. Number 3. I also took the risk of learning the financial language and money handling skills of investing, and then went out, purchased, and learned how to manage the actual investments. An area just as unfamiliar initially as science was when I committed to learning nursing. The result? 7 additional streams of income, a nursing school loan and house fully paid off, and no further need to rely on an employer. And number 4. Once I finally became aware of my low risk tolerance level, which actually happened when I immersed myself into learning investing, I resolved to say no to certain relationships that I had allowed to dominate my mindset. That's when I took 100% responsibility over my choices with regards to whom I'd let influence my self-perception. Relationship choices matter. In conclusion, I'd like to share with you that when I first considered switching careers in my late 20s, prominent relatives discouraged me from acting on this idea because of the thousands of hours I had already put into perfecting my violin skills over a 20-year period. I had to drag myself out of this state of being afraid, but because of my zero risk tolerance at the time, I waited until my early 30s to make this change a reality. I also had zero risk tolerance towards losing money when it came to investing. Not to mention that, again, well-intentioned people who knew little about the way money works tried their best to dissuade me from pursuing that path too. So I had to confront all these hesitations in me, and in the end, nobody could help me with it but me. As a holistic confidence coach, these are some of the things I love sharing with my clients to help them find courage in the process of elevating the 5 pillars of their lives. I hope you embrace the idea of risk tolerance having multiple dimensions and choose not to shy away from calculated risk in the context of your personal growth. This simply means you do your homework beforehand and then take responsibility every step of the way. I assure you it's well worth it. I'll see you next time.